Hi, welcome to our reading for December 1st through the 10th, 2016. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which sign symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, and praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign, and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest and greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave, preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the musical links below. See if there's some personal messages in the lyrics, the music for you. Enjoy the tunes. I hope you enjoy the reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in a moment. Hi, Aries. Welcome to our reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising for December 1st through the 10th, 2016. We're going to start with one card from the Magical Messages from the Fairies Oracle cards and get clarity for Aries. Let's see what God's Source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for December 2016. Let's start with one card for a focus point. Emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. So, patience, timing, unfolding, understanding, like a deep understanding why you had to go through something. I'm getting something specific. You know, a weird relationship, a weird issue you have going on right now with somebody around you, something that stirred something up, ruffled somebody's feathers. You know, I see like a bird, you know, pretending they're all puffy so they look bigger. So maybe there was puffing of feathers or ego or something like that going on around you. I feel like maybe it was intimidating. Not you. Maybe you were intimidating to somebody else. So they felt like they had to like puff up. You know, like pretend they were bigger than they were. Maybe there was like, I hear fish story. So maybe there was something that was like blown out of proportion. That wasn't really as big as it, you know, should have been. And it just needs time for healing, for you to understand what you went through, or maybe healing within that other person as well, so that there can be a restructuring, you know, of something. Like, it's good it came out that way, otherwise it couldn't be put back together a better way. It would have been buried and come out worse. Like, I see something like snapping, you know, later. So, maybe it's having forgiveness for yourself, you know, maybe a certain situation, maybe just in general, you know, you feel like you want things to change. You want crappy energy that was around you to just go away. But maybe that crappy energy was beneficial for you to learn something, to grow, to, I feel like it allowed you to tap into your own spirituality somehow, your own awareness of something that you went through, so that you don't repeat it. So you actually, like mend. I see like actually like a salamander, or, you know, something like, I want to say in the ocean, like an ocean creature. Maybe there's a salamander that lives in the water and regenerates. I see regeneration. So if a limb breaks off, you don't need prosthetics, you grow it back. Like it's something amazing coming through. Like regenerating your body. Like I see you paying attention to what you eat as well. So maybe if there was something before and you were doing like the Ben & Jerry's eat the ice cream to, you know, oh woe is me, cry away the breakup or something, or the fight. Or I feel like it could have been a fight with a family member too, a child, a parent. Sometimes, you know, it's those people around us that bring the worst out of us, or that we feel the most with. So it either was something that never came out in a relationship with somebody that was always even, and it brought it to another level, and now you have to, like, you know, mend something, let something go, move on, move away from cruddy situations, move into better ones. But I feel like you're finding blessings in what went wrong. You're finding strength. You're finding a way to connect with others, maybe that you don't even know yet, Aries, but that in the future are going to be going through something like you. That's what I'm getting. So it's emotional healing that's actually making you more in tune with yourself, your higher self. You know, I feel like there's something really deep that you're pulling out to the surface and bringing, like it's the real you coming forward. It's like it was trapped before by something. So let's get more clarity for Aries. Emotional healing. Letting something go. I see an emerald like on your heart. So there's growth. There is healing. And it's involved with your heart. You know, you also have, what is that? The first thing I thought of was aquamarine here. Or like maybe tourmaline, adventuring, something kind of green, by your throat chakra. So you're speaking clearly now. Something is coming through that was, you know, unspoken. You were fearful to say before, and it's actually bringing growth. You know, you have like a family tree, or a tree, the tree of life, like growing out of your higher self, your connection to the stars, but maybe the roots actually have to go through you, you know, in order to put your roots deep into something. Something has to grow through you, like the rings of a tree, seasons, changes, you know, adapting to each time around, you know, and I'm seeing like a year. So every time you've gone through something, you've gained something. So let's see. Clarity for the blessings and the love coming in for Aries, and the healing of emotional. I hear physical, so maybe it was something physical. You have, I don't know, maybe something with your foot, like muscle aches. I'm seeing like a salt bath, you taking a salt bath, or I'm seeing like a massage, getting a massage. Actually, like maybe there's some energetic, like toxins or just blockages actually in you that you need to kink out, like work out, you know, like you need to sort of work with the physical a little bit to push, you know, the emotional and the other energies that you can't see through your body, so everything works together. You're not just focusing on the emotional or just the physical or just the spiritual. I feel like you're blending it all. You're connecting your root chakra, your root, that primal, instinctual, want to get it done, passionate part of you to the divine part of you. Everything is spinning correctly. I see like a vortex, like, I don't know, it makes me think of like when you listen to something and it, like the horn, but moving. So like almost like a wormhole. That's what I see. So I feel like you're opening up your chakras, and you're also like putting beautiful things inside of you. So it's like, I see you putting energy into you. So like not potato chips, you know, not something processed, but something real, living. Like you're paying attention to the fuel to circulate inside of you. You're paying attention to your body somehow. Maybe your emotional body, but I feel like your body, Aries. All right, let's get a card for Aries. And that's the 5 of Swords. So, yeah, it's a weird card. It's like defeat. It's like when you win, you don't. When you lose, you don't. So it's, I guess, seeing both sides, you know, of that situation. How you can, Swords, it's, I don't know, like feeling like you have to look around the corner. Feeling like there's somebody there that gets more than you. There's always unequal proportions going on here. So it almost doesn't matter where you are in the card. It just means there has to be change. There has to be change in the way you think to get out of the situation. You have an offer being made. You have something being sold, or somebody has something that somebody else wants, or more than one person wants. And the way that those different energies go about getting that thing is different. So you have to be aware of all facets of this like circumstance here going on. Let's get more clarity with this. I don't know, it's kind of like, you know, there's always somebody that's going to lose. So you have to like take what you have, take what you want, take what works for you, and not focus on what didn't work. Work towards the solutions. Not focus your energy on the loss, but the gain. Even if you're the one losing, what did you gain out of that? Where are you going to move now because of that? What are you going to do differently because that happened? That's what I'm getting. So it's changing your mind about whatever situation you in, whatever position you were in. Let's get clarity. Let's go to the romance angels. Well, yeah. I was thinking maybe let's go to the romance first, and then we'll go to the angel tarot. Let's get clarity on the 5 of Swords for Aries. Here, broken. Something was broken. I don't know. It makes me think of like buying something and it coming in the mail and it's broken, or it's not what you wanted. It's not what you expected. It's not what you paid for. Something like that. So you have to send something back and go get what you want and do it right. Like do the research, something like that. Let's get a card for Aries. Forgiving and learning. So as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So maybe this was the past situation. Someone got over on you. You know, they said something that was maybe, I don't know, maybe their truth, what they know, but maybe it was only beneficial to them, you know, and you tried to help them out and you got screwed somehow. It's something like that. So it's just learning from that so you don't get yourself involved in a situation like that again. Or when you see it coming through, you can add that like a healing light to that situation to get you through it. To be understood this time, to be heard this time, to be forgiving this time with yourself. You know, past mistakes, someone else, everybody messes up. You know, perhaps you didn't understand you know, why this person was doing that thing. You just didn't know. Maybe they didn't mean anything bad to happen. They were just focused on them. They didn't even know anything shitty happened to you. You know, maybe this guy is just trying to feed his family. You know, he just happens to have, you know, awesome, fancy swords here available. And maybe I see supply and demand. So, you know, it's maybe finding what's worth the value, you know. It's maybe something that everybody wants, you know, only when they can't have it, kind of thing. So, I want to say you're just releasing that attachments to what you want and letting, I don't know, you're letting God and the universe and your angels help guide you to what you will understand that you really want. Like, it's like I'm thinking of like a little kid going through the toy catalog and like getting really excited about that new thing that they really, really, really want. And then it's really expensive and they bug you about it. But then, you know, there's imagination and excitement. But then when they get it, they never use it. It wasn't really valuable. It wasn't really worth, you know, it wasn't really worth the excitement. So maybe there's, you know, just a different way to think about that and acknowledge that child or that situation or that child in you and what you really want. And maybe, you know, allow like a gift to come through that's better. You know, like hold off on something for a little bit so something better can come through. You experience more love in your present moments when you release and heal the past. So forget about what you thought you wanted before and look forward to the new things coming in. You know, I feel like you have a new strength to handle something now. So let's get a card from the Power Archangel Tarot for emotional healing, forgiving and learning. This could be you forgiving somebody else learning. That's sort of what I'm getting. You know, it affected you somehow that somebody else had to go through something, but it was still beneficial for you somehow. Either to see that so you don't have to be involved in something like that in the future, but you still have a healing forgiveness for it. Maybe there's something coming through where you now have understanding about something you didn't get before. So maybe that's going to come through, or maybe you'll never know, Aries. In some cases, you might not ever know what went wrong or why that happened. You know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sometimes it just starts with, it's okay, you're here now, and now you know. Forgive yourself, forgive them. That might be somebody you never hear from again. Maybe that bothers you. You just, I want to say, put forgiveness on that situation to that person. Ask their soul that, you know, if you can't talk to them, please have forgiveness. I didn't realize that blah, 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 you know, and put those loving energies out there and just let it go and trust that those loving vibrations are going to go in that situation and it will heal in time, even if it's behind the scenes and it's not for you to see now. So you can still release something that you might not know about or have closure for, but have closure on something for you, you know, so that you can move forward now and you're not stuck inside something anymore. All right, let's get a card for Aries. And I think that's our card. And that's the Two of Michael. So this is getting like butting heads with somebody. I feel, you know, being blindfolded to something that you can't see. Not being able to make a decision because you can't see everything in front of you. You have to trust yourself and just let go. Trust the situation came in to give you strength. You know, a little sparring match with somebody so you know how strong you are now, what you can handle now, what you won't handle or tolerate now. But it doesn't change until you move, until you make a decision about what's good for you, what to do, how to balance things out, how to come to a compromise, how to see eye to eye, how to, you know, take off the gloves and sit down and maybe just discuss something with somebody without it being so, like, so much of a match Or, I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. This could be somebody that just matches equal with you. That could be good, that could be too much. But either way, it's forcing you to do something, to go somewhere else, to go into something, to handle something, to acknowledge something, to do something. So things can get clear. Maybe this is you needing to add closure for somebody else. I'm getting that. If there's somebody you're dragging along or needs to hear something so they can move on, say something so it's better for everybody and they're not making fantasies in their head worse or better than you want. So this could be just deciding to talk, to say something, to make a decision, to be firm, to not tolerate. I'm here not tolerate something. So standing on your own, standing firm with what you're going to do. It will all be better if you just make a decision. Over analyzing a problem, find a compromise. Find a way that there's harmony, with past issues with your family, your dad, your mom, your kids, your sister, your brother, your friend from high school, whatever, your ex. Try to get rid of the issues. Don't bring them up anymore. Don't make them a problem. See beyond them. Your humor. See the humor in a situation. Compromise. There's a way to compromise. There's a way to have healing energy for everybody. So it could be cutting somebody off, and that's the compromise. You're on your own, I'm on my own. Or it could be coming together, opening that door for somebody, and actually putting like the writing on the table, something like that, what everybody actually wants, so you can see it all there and there's not stuff going on that everyone's thinking that no one knows about and everybody's intentions are just off, even though in the end you all want the same thing. You all want the same thing. I think it's healing and loved, like somehow. So if there's not that love and not that healing in your world, it's going to be found somewhere else that understands you. That's, I hear warm, nurturing. So that's coming in. Being warm and nurturing to yourself, your situation, what you went through. Finding the blessing somehow, so it gave you that, it gave you the drive. It gave you that, like, I see like a nail or like a monkey wrench to change things finally. I feel like for the better. So I hear don't be stubborn with something, or maybe that's someone else. They were stubborn and they're gonna release that somehow. It's a healing energy. I feel like it just starts with forgiveness. All right, let's get a card to finish this reading for Aries on the Two of Michael. You're taking off the blindfold. Don't make up things. Don't worry about things that actually haven't happened. Don't make up scenarios for what could be or what could happen or whatever until it happens. Wait till it happens and then find the solution so you're not wasting your time. It's like you're wasting time somewhere. All right, let's get a card for Aries. Number 48. Wow, I've never seen this. It's like she's opening up, I don't know, it's like a, I don't know, it makes me think of like a candle or like, I don't know, you're cooking something with the lid, like a casserole, but you're opening up in this magical light and fairies are like dancing. Look at the crown she's wearing looks like filigree to me, like detail, like rivers, wires coming together, melting metal. Working with like metals, maybe you do something with jewelry or your hair, like hair pieces or something like that, or light effects, lighting. There's a new spiritual light coming through. That's a 12, so that brings you to a 3. It brings you to creativity, being creative, letting something out. I feel like there were bats behind her like, I don't know, maybe like something with sound, high, like pitch. Let's see. I see like smoke and shadows and like the veil, like veils. It makes me think of sage or like incense or like chiffon material, like a flag, something that blows in the wind. That's what I'm thinking. So let's see what 48 is. It's, well, there you go. It's choices, risk. That's your choice. That's your risk. You know, are you going to risk getting yourself in that same situation again? Or are you going to find out all the details and where everybody's coming from and the small print first, you know, before you make a decision? Or make a decision, you know, and then, I don't know, I feel like small print, if there's small print, read that first before you make the decision, you know, but trust yourself to know when it's right. Don't over analyze it and like retract your decision. Go with what's right and then move forward with it. Choices, risks, and consequences. Men anger the gods with their pride, and in order to punish them, the gods looked on as Pandora opened her box, letting chaos loose, unknown. So I just thought of Pandora and music for you. So maybe like, you know, there's some signs in music or new inspiration or new, I don't know, something new, like a new style that you're getting into or letting out, letting loose. We may often be intrigued by a what if. See, that's the what ifs, coulda, woulda, shoulda scenario. This card depicts curiosity, temptation, and wanting to know. It's natural to want to know or want to try, and the only way to find out is to try. It's through such process that we can grow and avoid stagnation, but there are causes and effects. Here, a regal queen opens a jeweled, egg-shaped treasure from which flies a column of fairies, glowing like fireflies that are now free. What is unclear is whether the outcome of their release will be reflected on the fondness or regret. Will they fly away and never come back? Who knows? You know, you never know. You have to let it go and find out. Our acts invariably result in consequences, both good and bad. So there's a balance to be struck. Unless we try, we never know that in turn may be a last opportunity and will gnaw away if not acted upon. But equally so, are we fully appreciative of the possible repercussions that may result. So, toying with the decision, should I, shouldn't I? What's gonna come through if I don't? Is it gonna be like it was? Is it gonna be new? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's a catch-22. It comes down to being up to you, you know? Having integrity and consciousness and connection in your own decisions and action, reaction, you know? How others will react, you might not be able to control, but you can control how you react and what you send out in the first place. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love you, Aries. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon.